Wonderful. Okay, it's 1:40. I think we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks everyone for joining. We're really excited, and thank you for joining our session. I know there are a number of other sessions you can be joining. So we're really excited to talk about ClassHook and how we can help you and your teachers improve student outcomes through TV shows and movies.
Great. So hi, everyone. We are ClassHook. My name is Joyce, co-founder. I've been tutoring for a few years and taught at a charter school in Brooklyn. And Alex and I have been friends for, gosh, almost 11 years. And we've been building ClassHook for the last 7.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex, co-founders of ClassHook with Joyce. I have taught in a seminar-based setting for a little while, and I also tutored students. And I've been working on educational products for a few years. So we brought together our passions to work on ClassHook.
And Alex and I really believe in the power of TV shows and movies. So instead of just telling you that, we wanted to show you a quick clip.
Okay, who's ready for some science? Y'all ready for this?
One time, a long time ago, this country was a part of England, and we wasn't getting along with them too good.
That would be 40? 40? No, 10. Oh dear, that's no good. See, this is from our bakery shop, but a supply and demand have a big problem.
You want to talk about a supply and demand problem? I sell ice for a living.
That's a rough business to be in right now. And you're gonna ditch me?
No!
Liar!
I never lie!
Yes, you do! And you know how I know?
Well, actually,
every time you lie, you turn green.
I do's not.
If I do not use my heater, I will be slowly killed by the laws of thermodynamics.
A branch must have knocked out the power lines.
Fine, I'll see what's on TV.
Y'all ready for this?
That runs on electricity also.
All right, I'll watch a DVD. There's no way that runs on electricity.
The atom is the smallest unit in a chemical element. Atoms are made of 3 parts.
What was this sentence originally?
Oh, they are warm, nice people with big hearts. And that became, they are humid, prepossessing Homo sapiens with full-sized aortic pumps.
Great, so we ready to dive into a ClassHook demo? Here we go. ClassHook, as you know, uses TV shows and movies to teach kids new concepts. We make it super easy to search for clips. Clips can range from core subjects to electives, such as business and social emotional learning. We're gonna do an example here, so Alex can just pick any of these clips. Let's say he goes with Aquila and the Bee. So you'll be able to see the name of the movie, the subjects that it kind of touches upon, the appropriate level of the grade level, so elementary school, middle school, and you'll also see a brief description of the clip. So here, it goes to the exact educational moment. You no longer have to go and sift through the entire episode. So from minute 127 to 332 is where we kind of talk a little bit more about language usage and grammar. And then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see some comments from other teachers and how they've used this clip. And this is, you can watch directly on ClassHook, so you don't have to go to another platform. Everything is really easy to utilize. You're also able to add these clips to your own playlist. So here, once Alex clicks add to playlist, he can add it to his personal playlist, or he can also check playlists that have been created by the ClassHook team. So that's a little bit about our search functionality. The next part is ClassHook really promotes effectively using videos to support discussions. So one of the ways is through a pause prompt. So let's say you're watching this clip, you see a great moment. Let's say it's like at minute 130, and you're asking, why is Akila upset at this moment? Just a sample question, and Alex is going to go ahead and create the pause prompt and save. So once you want to go back and revisit this clip at 1 minute 49, this question pops up. And let's say the discussion that you're having with your students takes a little bit longer, you're able to add minutes. So let's click on that blue button, and it's super flexible, tending to how the discussion goes. And this can be done in real time or in a blended learning environment. The next thing is that ClassHook clips are also aligned to standards. So many of you folks use Common Core or Next Gen standards. We're going to do a quick tour of what that looks like. So here you can pick the standard. Let's go with Common Core. And you can select a grade level. So you'll be able to see the clips that align with that standard, and you have a few to choose from. We're also working on getting more standards alignment. So these are just a few that we have currently. All right, so ClassHook predominantly in the very beginning, we just focused on using it as a hook, but we knew that there were so many more use cases beyond that. So some examples could be showcasing real world scenarios, exaggerating a point, and also illustrating concepts, especially those that are abstract or just a little harder to understand. These are all the free features on ClassHook. You're able to create an account. We have a lot of students and teachers on ClassHook for free just to see how the platform works, and they love it. But now we're gonna dive into the premium features. So here we're gonna go first into clip comparisons. So with ClassHook Premium, a lot of the features are built to more deeply engage with students. So let's say for this one, clip comparison, Alex shows these two clips, and on the very bottom, it has a discussion question. So you can kind of plan out your activities. You can also do up to 3 clips. And there are some pre-made clip comparisons for you. So you can kind of see how they look and feel, but this is a super simple process. If Alex wanted to go ahead and create his own, we can also show you what that looks like. So going to clip comparisons, new clip comparison, you just create a title, what the objective is, and you just submit. And then you can go ahead and search for the 2 clips that you'd like to put in, or 3. That's a little bit about our clip comparisons. Next, we're gonna dive into the pre-made question templates. So we know that teachers want to drive more rigor into their classrooms. So one of the things we've done is to create these templates based off of Webb's depth of knowledge. So these question templates just make it easy for teachers to generate high quality questions in their lessons. You can either use ones that are already created or create your own. So we have a question bank, and we also have ones that you can make yourself. Okay, this is question templates. We're going to dive into vocabulary. So this is the part where teachers get excited because they can see how a word is used in different contexts. Let's take, for example, the word experiment. There are 100 search results that come up with experiment, and you can see them actually used in the clip. So you'll see the exact timestamp, and you'll see the word is in bold. So at 5 minutes and 56, you can see them talking about experiments in the Big Bang Theory. And there are just so many different examples. You can choose a TV show, you can choose the movie. If it's for an elementary school student, maybe they want to watch like Sid the Science Kid, or if it's a more mature audience, Mythbusters. So really flexible to your audience of students. And this is also just a great way to help teach inference. So instead of giving kids the actual meaning of the word, you can have them watch the clip and they can infer through the clip. And that's another skill that they can build. The next part from here is rostering. So I'm sure you folks are all here on the Edtech fair because you like these Edtech tools. And the big question here is like, how does this integrate with what I currently have? So short answer is we offer a Google Classroom integration. So this allows a lot of the features to be seamlessly integrated, and students don't have to create their own accounts. So this is kind of how it works, and you can just start your import. This was a very brief overview of our premium features. We still have a lot of other features, but we just wanted to give you an introduction of how you can use ClassHook to search, implement, and assess students using clips from popular TV shows and movies. Again, we have over 6,000 clips across 1,400 TV shows and movies, and we'd love to open it up for a Q&A and see if there are any questions. We're also just going to show you our Clever page, which is right over here. Yep. So any questions? Happy to answer.
And if you want to get a personalized demo from us, the best way is through that link through Clever that I just put in the chat. If you want to access our Clever store, that's the best way to get in touch with us for a demo or just for more information. Stacy, feel free to click on school for now, and then we can have a conversation. We're kind of piloting something with Clever. And they didn't enable the district option as part of that trial. So please click on school, and then we can get in touch. You're welcome. Glad to hear it was informative, Lisa, and Caitlin and Megan. Caitlin, can you elaborate on 10% or less? Oh, yes. So we actually do have a slide on copyright here. And the way you're able to use the content in your lessons, and it is, yes, generally 10% or less. The clips are very short, usually 1 to 5 minutes. But also we go through YouTube for many of the clips, and we have our own video player on top, so none of the ads are playing. It's very safe to use, and students can't get access to the broad YouTube library if they're going through ClassHook. So essentially, you can use the content on ClassHook without any problems. It's the copyright owners have allowed it to be put on YouTube, and then we're making sure and doing that verification for you to make sure it's allowed. So you can actually use the clips without restriction in your lessons. And then you also do have some laws like the face-to-face teaching exemption in the Copyright Act. That's really helpful for being able to use this sort of media in your lessons. You're welcome. Thanks for the compliment, Caitlin. Really appreciate it. Feel free to get in touch. We're happy to do personalized demos for anyone who's interested. The best way to contact us is through the App Store link that I just posted. We're happy to answer any other questions, or if there's anything you want some more information about, we're happy to answer that now. We do have a couple of minutes left, so feel free. Great question, David. What kind of data can we download about usage? There are a few types of reporting we have. We have reporting for your school and your district. So if you are looking to understand how often teachers have logged on and what sorts of clips they've used, you can get that information. We're still planning out reporting for students to understand what students are doing on the platform. Just because we've had an influx of students join, and we're usually geared towards teachers, but we're working on that sort of reporting. And we're willing to work. We work personally with many schools and districts to give them the reporting that they need. I'm curious, David, is there any specific data you're looking to download about usage or specific usage data? Time on task. Wonderful. We are adding the ability to check how often students are watching the videos, and how often students are answering the questions that can be done. So we'll make sure to note that. I actually just noted it here in our notes, because we do take your feedback very seriously. So thanks for sharing that, David. If it's aligned to a standard for individual students, we do have alignment to standards. We don't necessarily have alignment to standards for particular students. I'm curious, would love to learn more about how you'd like to do that. ClassHook is very much a way to assess your students more as a class than for individuals, and a lot of other platforms might track students individually. We don't have those sorts of features on ClassHook yet. Wonderful. I'll put our Clever link back in. Thank you all for the great questions. I believe our time is running out now, but we're happy to connect. Please, if you have any questions, you want to get in touch, please reach out via Clever, or you can go to classhook.com and we have a contact form there. I'll just put a link to our website as well. And we are happy to talk and connect.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Alex and Joyce. Really appreciate it.